like a mood. A schmood.
Oh yeah. Oh, hello everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of Sometimes Ciabatta Slaps. I'm Jubes.
I'm Mac.
And we're here today to tell you about authentic versus adaptive selves and how they kind of work with cliches that we kind of identify with. I think.
So if that makes sense and is not confusing at all, good luck.
Yeah. It'll be very interesting. I'm excited.
Awesome. So I guess we'll start a little intro or check in. How was your week? What's new?
Well, I worked 6 days and then I had 5 days off. And then today was my first day back on. And I woke up this morning by my cat jumping on my bed, but using my elbow as like traction. And she like cut me open and it woke me up. I was like, wow, why does my elbow hurt? And I could just like feel her just like jumping over my head. I was like, that's really cool. So I got a boo-boo. But yeah, it's pretty gnarly. How was your week?
Day was great.
That's good.
Yeah, got back from vacation, worked 6 days in a row, lived there. And then, today was my day off. Went for brunch with an old friend and could actually eat food because I got my wisdom tooth out a week ago. Just over a week ago, and so my mouth is finally healed. Thank goodness.
She was giving us real like Chipmunk core vibes.
Oh yeah, just on one side of the mouth because there's just one tooth that needs to be removed, and of course it's like the bottom.
Yeah.
So my jaw was nice and swollen.
You looked adorable.
Chipmunk core. That was good.
Yeah, that was my favorite quote from the last week.
Yeah. And then, other than that, I went on vacation. It's been so hot here.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
If you're hearing this, it might be like October by now. But we're pre-recording for release, so the first few episodes are gonna be pre-recorded.
Literally, like
summer in Canada has been no joke.
Yeah, like plus 32 degrees Celsius, like every day, all the time, and like weirdly humid.
Yeah, for Alberta especially. Yeah. Weirdly humid.
Like today I like walked outside and it was just like muggy and I was like, ooh, no thank you.
Yeah. I just like went and spent some time at my family cabin in Ontario, and it's typically humid there, but because it's been flooding this year, it's like real bad and real buggy, and so couldn't really spend much time outside unless you were like on the boat because you get swarmed.
Ooh, that's not fun.
No.
Do you think because we got so much rain in the spring here, that's why our summer's so humid?
I guess so, but like...
but like also not really.
Yeah, but the grass is crusty now.
Yeah, and there's a fire ban on.
Yeah.
But I'm still in the mindset of like, oh, we just got so much rain, there's no fire ban.
Yeah.
Everywhere I've gone, there's like fire ban.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're a few weeks out, hoping for no fires, but you know.
I feel like we've had a pretty good summer. Normally by now, there's like...
Usually it's like smoky.
Quite a few, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like zombie apocalypse, like orange everywhere. Not fun.
So now we got the small talk about the weather out of the way.
So, how's the weather?
Yeah.
Tell us, how's the weather where you are? What's the weather like now?
Give us your 7-day forecast.
Yeah. Or 14 if you're feeling spicy.
Give us an MLA style paper.
Yeah.
For APA citations.
I want proper citations.
Oh, so good. Welcome to the Weather Network with Mac and Jubes.
Good stuff. Okay. Amazing.
So I guess we'll start with the concept of like cliche.
Yeah.
So like, what is a cliche? And it's basically something that's like overused.
Yeah.
And so how do cliches like fall into people, right? Because I guess, is it cliches or stereotypes where you're like, oh, granola girl,
Yeah.
right? Using that kind of term.
Well, because I really struggled with this concept because I was like, I didn't understand how you could like apply a cliche to a person. And so I did some Googling and they were like, cliches of people are more like damsel in distress or like the bad boy or like the good girl or whatever. And so that kind of helped me like, oh, okay, so what do I fall under? Kind of.
And what are yours?
Mine. Whoopsies. So I'm like, my cliches are like nerd, bookworm, kind of homeschooler, goody two shoes. For a while, I was like very religious, and so trying to live that good Christian lifestyle. And then I was a drama kid, but like that one's interesting because in that class, I was the like quote unquote normal one because I didn't have any mental health issues and I was straight, and there was really like I was following just like I had my life planned out, and it was just like there was no question about anything. And so it was weird because I felt almost like an outcast because I was like not like anyone else who was like struggling with depression or anxiety or their sexuality or whatever. And it was like really weird to be like that, and then to have it pointed out and be like, oh, okay, suddenly I'm very self-conscious about who I am in this class. And then now I'm trying to be more of like the hiker fitness girl kind of, you know, domestic housewife, house girlfriend. But like the hiker came about because that was the only physical activity that I liked and that I thought that I could be good at because it's literally just walking. And so I was like,
This doesn't involve any coordination.
I trip a lot. But like my family was always very active, and so I felt very weird about not being as active. And so mom's like, well, you need to find something that it's physical exercise that you like. And so I was like, okay, hiking is it. Hiking is something that I like. And I remember being on the hike deciding like, this is it. This is my physical activity that I just like. And so now I'm trying really hard to make that part of my personality. So I don't know if that's a cliche, but it's definitely like an adaptive self that I'm trying to turn into my authentic self because it is something that I truly enjoy. It makes me feel good. But it didn't come out like naturally. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you?
I guess a lot of the cliches that I would fall under have like been like the like hipster alternative girl, and then it went to like full on like hippie granola girl, and then it went to party girl and traveler, and then now it's kind of more of like that fit chick kind of. That's where I'm moving into more so.
The nutrition.
Yeah.
Fit.
Yeah. It'll be like that Instagram account that's like live peacefully XO, and it's like a whole bunch of like aggressively zoomed in photos of like food.
Look at this beautiful sunflower seed in my salad.
No, not quite.
Gossip Girl.
XO. No, but it's like trying to think about like what brought those on.
Yeah.
I guess for me, a lot of it was like with the internet. I kind of did that. I kind of transitioned because my like hipster alternative like girl was around like the Tumblr girl era where like everyone was kind of angsty. Everyone had side bangs. Everyone, even though I tried to do Tumblr, I couldn't figure out Tumblr. But I just took all like the cheesy photos for it.
Yeah.
Did nothing with them but posted them on Instagram and then deleted them.
As we all did.
Yeah.
As we all should do.
But no, I've always like strived to kind of fit in with like the internet personalities that I really enjoyed like watching and looking at and everything. And I just became the dollar store version of those. It wasn't that so good.
Well, that's really interesting because I feel like I missed the Tumblr era, even though I'm not that much younger than you. But I feel like it's because I wasn't, like I was homeschooled. I
Yeah.
wasn't exposed to that, and I didn't have access to the internet
Yeah.
until I was like 16.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
I like posted a video on YouTube of me lip syncing to Britney Spears when I was like 10. My mom, thankfully, took it down right away. Or maybe not thankfully. Maybe I could have been that internet personality then. You know, like the girl who sings like the I Will Always Love You and keeps fucking it up and she's like, fuck.
No.
You don't know that.
I don't know that.
Comment if you know
I
that
didn't
video.
have the internet until I was like 16.
Comment at Jubes, how dare you, if you
Yeah.
know that video.
Send me the video.
At Jubes.
At
Jubes. She needs to see the video.
I need to change my
In her
Instagram
inbox.
to Jubes.
You do.
Oh, well.
You really do.
I'll think about it.
Who needs your full name? Just at Jubes.
For a while, it was at the real Journey Giesbrecht. And it was
As if
just,
there was gonna be a
it
fake
was like
Journey Giesbrecht.
this long. And I was like, okay, that's maybe just a touch excessive.
The fake Journey Giesbrecht.
Maybe that's what I'll change it to. That'll be my authentic self.
And I definitely fell into the era of like the weird usernames and stuff and email addresses.
Oh.
Like no one just did your name.
Yeah.
Nobody did their name. Like everybody who I went to school with had some funky ass name for their like first email account and everything. Like very much like the MySpace kind of username
Yeah.
type of vibe.
What was yours?
Mickey Mouse. One of my nicknames was Mickey.
I mean, that tracks.
Except it was Mal 5.
Oh, nice.
Like Dead Mouse.
Good. Good stuff.
So it was that, and then the only thing I'm like thankful for, even though now it's allowing you to change your username, but Snapchat. My Snapchat name was relatively normal.
Yes.
Because everyone who had like a funky Snapchat name
Mine was
has
like,
just stuck with it.
it was like Country Princess 99. Oh, or like Cute Polygon 99. Because Polygon's my cat's name. Oh, I blocked that right out. So
Yeah.
you just unlocked a memory.
So I'm like very grateful that I kept my Snapchat name like normal because I still have the same Snapchat
Yeah.
as I did when it came out in 2011,
Wow.
which is wild to think about. Hey,
That is weird to think about.
Instagram and
Snapchat's
Snapchat came out the same year, 2011.
Like, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And one of my first Instagram posts was a selfie in the band storage room in my junior high school.
My first Instagram post, which is still up, is an Urban Dictionary of my name. But I had to scroll so far to get an actual good one that didn't reference the band.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then it's like edited on like the Retrica, so it's like not the right color.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I definitely have it. I'm gonna have to find mine. I think I have it somewhere on my computer, but
We'll post it when this episode comes out.
yeah,
We'll share it.
It's got to be the first IG. So then,
Literally.
okay. So then, why do people like I said, I adapted, I guess, to those type of things. I mean, sometimes you adapt for survival or whatever to be liked, but I think, I guess I kind of adapted because everyone was doing it.
Yeah.
But I definitely adapted to the dollar store version of it because everyone in my town was the dollar store version of it. Right? There was not one
Yeah.
person. I mean, I had a couple friends who kind of got big on Instagram for like their scene looks. Like they're very much a typical scene kid and they got like fan art and everything like
Wow.
that. Yeah, it was a really big thing for them. But everyone else just kind of had like the janky side bangs and then like posed with their knees locked and toes tilted in and their butt out a little bit in their TNA hoodies and then with a peace sign and then did like the picnic all over it using
okay,
picnic edits.
Yeah.
And so it was like that. And so I definitely like fit into that to try to be cool.
Right.
Because everyone who was doing it, I was like, oh, they're so cool.
Well, so do you think then that like our adaptive selves kind of like, or our cliches or whatever, they flow with what's trending in society?
I think to a certain extent, yeah.
Because I feel like if podcasts weren't a big thing right now, we wouldn't be podcasters.
Well, exactly. Is that the cliche in our own?
Yeah.
Right. I just said I wanted to be an internet personality. Like here I am trying to make social media. Is that because I think it's a cool concept or is that because I'm like, oh,
This is actually
I
who
really
am.
like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Ooh.
But it's hard to say because like, you can't say when you were a kid for us, oh yeah, I want to be a podcaster when I grow up. It wasn't a thing.
No, but I wanted to be a YouTuber. I have like many videos of me like downstairs interviewing my sister.
That's so fun. I wanted to be, and then I got stomped on when my mom took down my Britney Spears lip syncing video.
Luckily, I knew they were all bad, so I didn't post anything.
So I posted it.
No. Well, I guess
Allison said no, thank you.
My brother and sister would just go through my camera and then delete all by accident. Which, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I always liked it, and then when a lot of them, like the YouTubers first started out, right? Like Bethany Moda was Mac Barbie 09, and
right.
Saray Jones was Crazy Ray Ray, and all of them were doing like DIY feather earrings and my favorite Mac products, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And I made them. Like I did the stuff with like my friends. Like we did like the craft stuff, and
you are unlocking so many memories.
But I never got the balls, I guess, to film and post and record and edit to actually follow that, because it was kind of a smackdown idea, like no, you can't do that,
right? And
so then it's like, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I'm like, well, fuck, I don't know. Interior designer, chef, photographer, like
just the little ways that you can.
What? And now it's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like
content creator,
I guess so. I want to talk to people, and I want to ponder life, and I want to create pretty things. And that's a really cool thing, especially that like TikTok kind of allowed us to do, is like they've made content creation a feasible career. But before TikTok,
it was
Vine.
YouTube. Oh yeah.
I never had Vine. How many Viners? Oh, you missed out on an era, my guy.
I know.
No, how many Viners turned into YouTubers and small celebrities, right? You look at Sam and Kobe. They create YouTube videos of ghost hunting now for a living.
Oh, crazy.
And they started on Vine, like using a trombone, falling around fat people with a trombone. And they've like recently like put a video, they're like, yeah, that was not a good time. Like we were teenagers. They were like 15, 16 in these videos. When they're following someone going, blah, 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 blah. Shit. And if anyone knows that era, it's a whole nother thing. Or even like Rebecca Black, right?
Yes.
She got popular for releasing a really crappy song, but she got popular nonetheless.
Yeah, it was still her 15 minutes of fame.
And so now it's the Charli D'Amelio's in the TikTok industry who are dancing and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
But people are then shitting on them because they're dancing. But the same thing happened to so many others prior. And they're making like a feasible career out of this.
They're making money by the way you're interacting with their videos, even if you're shitting on them.
Like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, they started on Vine. They started in Disney too, but they were Disney. But Vine was where I first discovered them.
Wow. I don't pay attention to them.
No, but it's like all these like now people who are buying houses and private jets and living the lifestyle of rich and famous, right? Emma Chamberlain, she's interviewing at the Met, and she literally started just like random funny videos, and everyone just loved her personality, right?
That's so cool.
And so it is very much a new feasible job and income source, but how do you go about saying that as a kid? It still feels weird.
It's still,
what do you want to be?
Because you're the adult, as if we're not adults, our elders, they don't recognize that. They think that's stupid because that's not something that was ever available for them to have in their lives.
So is then that stunting authenticity, or is everyone wanting to do it adaptive? Do you think people actually want to do it, or do you think they want to do it because they don't want to actually work at all doing something else?
I feel like it's 50-50. I feel like a lot of people are like, you know what, this feels easy, like I'm just gonna try it. And then they like crash and burn, or they somehow make it big. Like or there are people who like makeup artists and whatever, who like they use this to what's the word, expand their like content or whatever. But it's something they would do even if TikTok wasn't a thing. Like they would be doing the videos for the YouTube. Yeah, I don't know, that's a really fun question.
And then so I guess so then when you go aside from cliches, well, everyone's like, oh no, I'm just being authentic. Like, what is authenticity, right? It's like being real. And even that freaking app now, the Be
I
Real
won't
app.
download it.
I've been asked.
Me too.
Like, why don't you have it? And I'm like, I don't understand the point.
It feels so...
It feels random to me.
Yeah, I don't want to have to take a photo in the middle of my day. Like, if I'm at work and I get the Be Real notification.
Then you're being fake, Jubes.
I'm not going to stop my day to take a photo.
You're being fake.
Sorry about it.
You're not being real.
I'm a fake ass bitch.
I was gonna say guest star, I guess. I was a guest star in
Wow.
3 different people's Be Reals this summer.
Oh my gosh, I was in one. And I didn't understand the concept. She was like, do you want to take this with me? And I was like, sure. And then I was like, why am I seeing both forwards and backwards? Like, why can I see both of your cameras? Like that, yeah.
Because you're being real through the lens of a phone. How very dystopic.
Well, and the thing is I would try to stage mine.
Yeah.
There's no way that I could like legitimately like take a photo of like what I'm doing. Like if I'm going, because I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, if I was taking a shit and I got my Be Real notification, I would try to finish up so fast so that I didn't have to take that photo in the bathroom on the toilet. But I'm being fake.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
You are.
I don't know.
But then so the issue with authentic, right? The definition of authentic tends to include like not a copy.
Right.
But when everything is so oversaturated in the digital world,
Yeah.
it's hard to not be a copy in any form, right? So
Yeah.
how do you actually become authentic? Not just in
Yeah.
the digital world, in your field and stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
everyone wants to think they have like really cool, unique ideas.
But originality is so hard to come by right now.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
everything has been done once before. There are so many people on this planet, right? And you
Yeah.
can't even say like, oh yeah, I guess sole creator, but you're maybe just the first person who's become recognized for it,
yeah.
right? And there's the issue with like in fast fashion, for example, right?
Yeah.
Copying people's original work, original brands. And I don't deny that these people are like, oh yeah, Shein stole my the design or whatever. But how do you know you didn't steal someone else's design before that?
Exactly.
Right?
And see, that's something that I struggled with when I wanted to be a fashion designer, was I was like just making clothes that I liked, but they were like ones that have already been designed. I was just claiming them as mine or whatever. I was like, okay, I like this basketball jersey shirt. How many people have made a basketball jersey shirt? Like, that's not original.
But some people manage to make it though, so it's desired.
Yeah. This is a thinker. This is much more of a thinker than I was prepared for.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to bash anyone or harp on anyone. Like, do what you want to do. Create what you want to create. But to be like, I'm the only one who's ever done this before.
Yeah.
I think that's hard to say because everything has been done before.
And that brings up an interesting thought. When I was in my child development psychology class, like teenagers and young adolescents, they are very much like egocentric. Like they're focused on themselves and they're very much like, no one else has ever felt this way before in the history of time ever. And then you kind of grow out of that. So how much of that when we're kids is like obviously our adaptive self, but how much of it can like turn into our authentic self?
Yep. And then how do you... This entire podcast is just us asking questions.
Yeah. Send us your answers.
Yeah, what do you think? Again, APA style formatting, please.
We want all the citations. I will be checking them.
Yeah. Grade everyone.
I'll get my red pen out. I love grading things.
Not authentic enough. Heard it before.
Country Girl 420 said the same thing. Not okay.
420. No, it's true. But then, yeah. So then is adapting into this, is it a form of survival then? Is it because of insecurity? Does it breed from...
I think it can be.
Yeah.
I think in certain circumstances it definitely can be.
Yeah.
I don't think... Well, yeah, even for myself, like, I wanted to be that scene girl. Like I wanted to have the like side bangs and like the edgy, the skater sneakers. But I'm too much of a loser to 13-year-olds right now. I have like this photo in my mind that's just like, yeah. But it was very much adaptive because that's who I thought would get me attention. But it very much was not who I am.
Okay. So the most attention. So did you think then attention was equivalent to like success?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's still, like, if this podcast becomes successful, when this podcast becomes successful,
manifestation,
we'll be getting a lot of attention.
Yeah.
So that was how.
I guess people just want to be heard, right?
Yeah. Everyone wants their.
I shouldn't say everyone. I shouldn't say everyone, because there are definitely people who are like being behind the scenes, right? But
yeah. But they still want their behind the scenes work.
I think everyone wants recognition for being good at something.
Yeah. For existing, really.
Yeah. It's like that. Do you think that's timeless? Or do you think that's part of the participation ribbon era?
No, I think that's timeless.
Yeah.
I think maybe it'll get worse with the participation ribbon era. But I don't know. I feel like everyone wants to be recognized. Everyone wants to be known for something. I feel like that's a fairly inherent human want.
But it's like, but then don't make it cliche, but then isn't everything cliche?
Yeah.
Isn't everything overused and overdone? And
yeah.
You talk about trends, right? People get famous off of trends, but it's literally just a carbon copy of 500 billion other people doing the same thing.
Yeah. But then, like, what, like, especially with TikTok, what trend gets, or like, why does this one person get more likes doing this one trend than someone else who's doing the exact same thing?
Quality, looks,
yeah,
attractiveness is a big one.
Yeah.
If you have something desirable. So then there's that. If you have something desirable, but you're not a unique person, how do those things go hand in hand?
That stumps me. That broke my brain.
No, but like think about it, right? Because like there are so many people who have, example, lip fillers, right? Because they think that they needed it to be gorgeous and comfortable and yada yada yada, right?
Yeah.
But some are better than others.
Yes.
Is that quality? Is that face shape? Is that knowing when to stop? Is that like what makes it quote unquote better? Or is it the person who yelled the loudest and got the most attention because they made the most noise and content? And it's kind of a vague,
it's kind of like
example.
It's like a mix of like everything, because there's no one thing that makes someone authentic, because it's so person specific. We're like,
not even your name is authentic. It's just a nice
my name's
smackdown.
pretty authentic.
Can you Google though? Is there another journey?
I know 3 other journeys, and I was named after a journey.
Yeah.
So like not really.
But your full name, like I look up again, even like Michaela Joy.
Yeah.
There's another Michaela Joy who stole Michaela Joy on Instagram, so that's where I became Mak Joy.
Rude.
Because she followed me on Instagram the other month, actually.
Oh, really? Wait, I think I was there for that.
I think she still lives in Arkansas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Michaela Joy, hit us up.
Yeah, at Michaela Joy. Can I have my username?
No, I like Mak Joy.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'll just be like walking around work and I'll just be like, Mak Joy.
Yeah.
Mak Joy.
But that's where like Mak Joy had to come from, right? And so, and that's not even like, you Google search Mak Joy and there's like a whole bunch of different variations, right? I had to do the underscore because even just the normal one was like taken. And I'm like, fuck.
So then, because I would consider that your authentic self.
Because my name.
Mak Joy, because that's how I know you as.
Yeah.
So do you portray different authentic selves or adaptive selves to certain people?
I guess with time, time in life too, right?
Yeah.
So if you met me in 8th grade, my username would be @Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, country princess over here.
Mak Joy came up because I wanted more of an adult, like, kind of timeless name.
Yeah.
That I didn't have to change again in, like, 4 years.
Yeah.
Because it was something childish,
right,
so to speak. Right? I wanted to have something kind of personal and, like semi-adult.
Yeah. Yeah, because everyone's like, if you're gonna give your job or you're like your future employee your email and it's like Dino Rocks 492, like,
yeah,
they're gonna look at you kind of funny.
Yeah.
But
even my email, oh my god, I have like 4 different emails. Just the evolution of emails. And now I use them like for certain things. Like when stores ask me for like what email they should send it to, I give them like my spam email account now.
Yeah.
Like, you're not getting my work email, business email. You're getting my spam email.
I definitely like freeze and just give them my email, and I'm like, oh, good. I'm gonna have to delete that.
Yeah.
But
so where does this bring us?
I don't really know. We kind of just
answers.
Yeah.
I guess if anything, if this just gets you thinking, right? Like,
well, and it's hard not to go down a rabbit hole. Like, what parts of my personality are authentic? What even is authentic about me? But then you actually get to this, because I watched a video the other day, like a year ago. It was a TikTok of like, say the things that make you who you are, and it was like, I brush my hair this way because so and so brushed my hair this way. I brush my teeth this way because so and so did this. And it's just like little people who've like influenced their behaviors. So now they do things completely differently that they never would have done before. But if they had never met that person, they would never do it that way.
But is that what makes them authentic? Is like the collaboration of everyone else around them that makes them who they are?
I think so. I really like that. The collaboration of everyone around you who makes you who you are.
Yeah. Like you're again, well, the phrase, right? You are a product of the 5 people you hang around the most.
Yeah.
So then the 5 people I hung around the most in 2013.
Yeah, they're constantly
like
changing.
Edgy alternative, whatever.
Yeah.
And then fast forward a couple of years, kind of the hippies, like smoking a lot of weed and just buying crystals. And I think every one of those phases is still kind of wrapped into who I am.
Yeah, they'll never leave who you are. Yeah.
Like I was listening to X929 on my way here.
Yeah.
Right? I still remember going to that like X Fest in 2013, which if you know, was the best lineup. The best lineup that year. Like Jack White and Arctic Monkeys and Mr. and Bad Sons. Oh, it was just so good.
So good. These names mean nothing to me, and I apologize for that.
Well, just doesn't listen to any music ever.
Yeah.
No, but it was like and it still is. Like I hold those memories, and I still like listening to those bands, and my room is still scattered in crystals.
Yeah.
But now I'm like more into the fitness world. Like all I wear is like comfy kind of athletic wear, which I'm not mad about. I would think I would like to kind of curate my life into being that.
We could come up with our own athletic wear line.
That'd be fun.
That'd be so fun.
That'd be so fun. But again,
yeah,
that's not really an authentic idea. It's not anything new.
Oh goodness, no.
So many people do it.
Yeah. Well, even this whole podcast isn't an authentic idea. Like we've tried to make it as authentic as possible, but guaranteed there's something else out there so similar. And even the podcast we base this off of, like,
I think the only thing authentic is our title.
Yeah.
Like our name. And that's just because of a phrase, but even that phrase in itself, or that blank slaps, is not
no, it's
unique
a very
concept.
It's a very common phrase. We just put our own spin on it.
Insert
whatever.
Noun, verb.
Sometimes Monstera plants slap. Like, I don't know.
Put that on a t-shirt.
I didn't know they were called Swiss cheese plants, and I learned that at the zoo the other day, and I thought that was very interesting because it tracks.
You only knew them by their like scientific
Monstera.
name?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Bookworm nerd.
Yeah, see, that's where that comes out. But I really like the idea of like how everyone has influenced you to become your authentic self, because no one has the same story as you.
Yeah,
you
and so though each singular event isn't necessarily authentic, but
it's
the
individual.
sequence that they Cayman is.
So then what would be the difference between individuality? Individuality.
Individuality.
And authenticity.
Not a lot.
Because it feels easier to identify as an individual. Like, no one else is journey. But, like, my journey.
Yeah, your genetic DNA journey.
Yeah. So then, am I authentic in my DNA?
I always thought I was, like, super unique because my name was Michaela.
Yeah.
But then, as I got older, I met a whole bunch of other Michaelas, and I'm like, okay, no, but my spelling's unique. Come university, I met the first person who spells their name the way I do, and I'm like, well, fuck.
It kind of is, though, unique, because I don't feel like... I know a lot of Michaelas, but they don't spell it like that. Are you okay?
That was good. That was good.
Okay.
But then, and that's where you have, like, people, I mean, even naming their kids now, right?
Yeah.
They want their kids to be so individual and not a copy. And so they name them, like, Tyranno. Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, or like Bryce's brother, who's gonna name his kid Box and Axe.
Shut up.
But do you want to know why?
Do I?
Yeah, because he met a kid named Fox, and he heard Box. And he's like, I really like that.
That's hilarious.
So no one can steal those, sorry. Copyright. Trademarked, I mean.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So I guess then we'll, like, so what are some tips that you can give for someone to, like, live authentically? Or as authentic as they can?
Kind of like, I don't know, like, don't be afraid of things. But
that's
like
a cliche.
Well, exactly. Like, all of the tips I can give you for living authentically are cliches. Mm-hmm. Like, step out of your comfort zone. Like, I don't know. I had one more.
I guess I think the biggest thing then to, like, for me, that I would say,
yeah,
is to spend time with yourself in, like, absolute silence. Like,
yeah,
you're not being stimulated by anything.
Yeah.
By music, by movies, by people. Like, if you are by yourselves,
by yourself.
Me and my multiple personalities in the middle of the wood. No, if you're by yourself in the middle of the woods, a field, whatever.
Yeah.
What comes to mind? And you really think, like, truly think, like, what makes you happy?
Yeah.
And I think that's the only way you can, like, authentically figure out what you enjoy.
And I feel like you kind of have to be almost a little bit, like harsh with it. Mm-hmm. Where you're like, no, like, does that actually make me happy? Mm-hmm. Or am I only doing it because I'm in this situation where I need to do it? Mm-hmm. And, like, how can I find something else that I much prefer?
Mm-hmm. Am I doing it because my friends are doing it, or am I doing it because it genuinely makes me happy?
Yeah. It's the whole, like, if your friends jump off a cliff, would you follow? Mm-hmm. But it's like, well, if I enjoy cliff jumping, yeah. But if I don't enjoy cliff jumping, then, like, probably still yeah, but it wouldn't be an authentic. Mm-hmm. It would be an adaptive, like, oh, no, I have to do that, otherwise they will hate me. Mm-hmm.
Bring up the question. Do you want to go to university because you actually want to go to university?
Yeah.
Or do you want to go because it's what's expected?
Well, and even with that, I was talking with my sister because she's going to university in the fall. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I think it's really important for you to go because it exposes you to so many different things that you wouldn't get exposed to. Mm-hmm. And, like, you might not know. Like, she's going to be introduced to things that she's never even heard of. Mm-hmm. And so she might fall in love with something that she would have never crossed her mind, would have never known about if she hadn't done that. Yeah. And so it could completely, like, change her entire life course. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I think you should go. Because it's just, it exposes you to so much.
Yeah. I also don't think you necessarily need to go, though.
No, but, like, traveling can do the same thing.
Exactly, yeah.
She just isn't the person who's going to want to go travel.
Mm-hmm. I guess you have to really sit with yourself, too. I mean, because I kind of did this. I don't regret any of the choices that I made.
Yeah.
I got my degree in psychology, and because I really liked people, and I liked the brain, and I liked working with people, and I've always kind of been the quote unquote therapist for my friends, family, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And so I chose that path, even though I'm gonna say the universe, but everything came up. Everyone around me was like, do foods. You're so good at cooking. Do this, do that. And I was like, no. And I just kept shutting down all these opportunities in that, because that's just not what I felt like I wanted to do. Like, it's something I'm good at.
Yeah.
But it's not, I was like, no, I want to study the brain.
Yeah.
And then as I was studying, I was like, well, fuck, I don't want to actually be in class. I want to talk about people, but I want to like travel, right?
Yeah.
And so I then curated my university experience to traveling, which was, again, so great.
Yeah.
My best year was my third year when I was abroad, and I was, even though health-wise it wasn't my best year. Yeah. Social-wise, it was like the most fun, because I was experiencing everything that I wanted to do from when I was a little kid. I guess that's another thing, to live authentically. It really, look at your childhood self.
Yeah, it very much ties into who...
Right?
Yeah.
What did you genuinely in love doing as a kid, right? Yeah. Even like, what type of play were you doing? Were you painting? Were you building things? Were you...
Ooh.
Like, if you were building towers and you loved building, seeing how tall you could build a tower, have you considered becoming an architect?
Oh, exactly. Or a framer, or...
Yeah. Have you considered
engineer.
trades?
Yeah.
Or do you thinking, like, you only have to do... Oh, I should be a doctor because I want to make the doctor money, right?
Very much so. Which I can even see that, like, with my brother. He was in dance classes, and he was always participating in my skits. And he was also, like, a very protective person who was, like... But he would also, like, think... I don't know, what's the word? Like, strategically, almost. Like, building things. And he was very into Lego and, like, mechanic kind of stuff. So now it was no shock to me when he was working a trade and stripping. Because those were two huge aspects of his personality his entire life. Mm-hmm. Where I was like, yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. Like, that's who you are. Mm-hmm. And so how much of the dance or whatever was influenced by his sisters who were in dance. Yeah. Or, like, the Lego being like, oh, I'm a guy, I have to play with Lego. Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah. I don't know. Things to think about. Let us know if you feel like you're living your authentic life or your adaptive life, or what any answers to any of the questions that we asked.
Or any comments, like, are we full of shit? Yeah. Are we overcomplicating it just to overcomplicate it? Or is there, like, some real truth that can be found here?
Or are we missing a complete section that would help us understand more?
Mm-hmm. We're just trying to figure it out. Like, I'm not trying to be an expert in this, anything that's happening here, right? I don't think anyone can. I think anything psychology related, you
can never be a master of.
Yeah, because everything's constantly changing.
Yeah, you're dealing with people who we've never been able to figure out.
And everything is perception, and perception isn't a reliable source. Yeah. Because everyone perceives everything differently.
It's so subjective. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what my 4 years of university taught me.
Mine too, pretty much.
Well, that's what I walked out with. Like, people are like, oh yeah, what'd you learn? I'm like, that you can't believe anything. Yeah. Because everything is perception, and perception is always changing, and that's why everyone has different views. Yeah. Everyone has different experience. The AC unit right now, I feel it differently than you do. Because
I feel like I look very cold.
That's not what I was referring to. Yeah. But yeah, no, but like, that's like, you just feel it differently, right? And like, what you strive. So again, I'm going back to this, am I overcomplicating it, right? Yeah. Just to overcomplicate it, or is there some validity here that is helpful? Yeah. So to speak, right?
Well, no, like, yeah, perception's a huge thing, because everyone can take one moment and take away completely different things. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, siblings are the most common example of that. You grow up in the same house, like, how can you turn out so differently? You should genetically be very similar, and the nature versus nurture. Yeah. That's another topic.
Yeah, that just brain jumped over there now. I was like, okay, well. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so in short, trying to figure out who your authentic self is, look back at your childhood self. Ask your parents what you like to do.
Yeah.
Ask, if you don't have parents, ask whoever you spent the most time with.
Yeah.
That was an adult figure. Ask them what you like to do. And
What brought your childhood self joy is most likely what's going to bring your adult self joy. In the long and short of it. Very simplified.
yeah. Or if you can't reflect, if your childhood was so traumatic, you have no idea.
Right out, like,
Sit with yourself. Uncomfortable. Write down some of the hard questions. Sit with yourself. No distractions, no music.
figure out what makes you happy now. What got you through those hard times? Like,
What does your gut say is right?
Yeah, trust your gut is a very, or like listen to your gut is
your-
a very good tip for.
Angel number 111. Listen to your intuition.
Yeah, intuition's huge.
It's our survival
Very much
mechanism.
so.
Okay, yeah. So now we are going to do a fun little segment that we are going to call Can You Relate?
Yes.
And basically we're going to pick a theme and say some sentences or combinations or whatever that is fitting for that theme. And we're going to say, can you relate or can you not relate?
It's kind of like hot takes, pretty much.
Yeah. And we want to hear from you guys as well. So
Yeah.
message,
Let us know.
comment.
Can you relate?
Can you relate to these? Can you relate? Do you like ketchup on your eggs?
No, because I do not like ketchup.
I do. It's a good combination. I like that combination.
Gross.
Ice cream and french fries.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sweet and salty.
Like,
Can relate.
I'm not gonna buy the french fries to dip into my ice cream, but like if I have ice cream and french fries, I'm gonna dip my french fries in my ice cream.
That's fair. That's fair. Apple pie and cheese.
I haven't tried that, but I've heard from so many people that
Have you
it's
tried
so good.
apples with cheese? Like charcuterie style?
No.
No.
I don't think I tried.
Apple and brie?
I tried bread and jam and cheese, and that was really good. So I feel
Okay.
like,
Similar style. Similar.
but no.
But yes, can relate. Do love cheese on apple pie. Don't always get it. I think I more so go ice cream than cheese. But
Do you
yeah.
like melt it, or you just have
Yeah.
like a thick slab of cheese just
No,
on top
melted
of your...
it.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes way more sense.
Here's a good one.
Oh.
Pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
I like it.
I like it because it like it's almost candied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like it. Especially on like a good like a vegetarian pizza with like a little bit of pineapple.
I've never had it on anything other than Hawaiian.
Oh, this one gets me too.
Oh,
Chocolate and avocado. Like avocado mousse kind of style.
Yeah. No.
No, not a fan. I'd much rather use like coconut cream or something instead if I'm doing like a vegan mousse.
Yeah, like most of my family has to be vegan, but they're like vegan, but they can eat meat. They just can't have like dairy or eggs. And so they would make like avocado pudding, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, I can't do it. Ranch and pizza.
It's grown on me.
It's grown. You weren't always that person.
We never had ranch, and we never had pizza.
So deprived. Our entire podcast is just it's a journal of how deprived you're.
Literally. Yeah, no, we didn't really. And so we would never have those together, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's definitely grown on me. What about you?
Yes, 100%. Again, going to the party phase. It's 3 a.m. You just left the club. You're stumbling over to your local greasy pizza shop in your heels with your eyeliner smudged down your face because you've been sweating in the club for 3 hours.
That's fun. Can't relate.
And you get to said pizza place. I have this image in my mind. And you order like the largest freaking piece the size of your head to muck down as you wait for your cab ride home. And you slather it in ranch. You wake up the next morning with like ranch stains on your shirt and stuff because you're just so sloppy.
I can like dip it, but I don't know that I could slather because it would be like too saucy, slimy.
I used to do that every weekend for second year university.
Now I really want like a crunchy piece of pepperoni pizza.
Maybe we can go for a walk after this.
That's true.
Potato chips and chocolate. Like chocolate covered potato chips.
I've never heard of that.
So a friend of mine used to do like this chocolate covered everything day in junior high, which I think we should do it back. I need to get a chocolate fountain so we can do that because it's just
Yeah.
a really fun thing. And the weirdest flavor of chip that I tried was sour cream and onion, and it wasn't that bad.
That sounds like it wouldn't be terrible.
Because it was just like a, again, sweet and savory kind of combo, sweet and salty combo. So it actually was pretty tasty.
I've never heard of that. That's crazy.
I wouldn't go out of my way to do it, but it's actually pretty decent.
That's fair.
Oh, this is weird. Ketchup on noodles.
Oh.
Never tried it. Can't really say.
Yeah, my mom would like make pasta, just like plain noodles, and then like grate cheese over it, and then like melt it in the oven, and then just like dump ketchup on it.
Really?
And that's what we'd have for lunch. I feel like that's a poor person meal.
I mean, okay, so ketchup on noodles. I've had like ketchup on Kraft dinner.
Yeah. So like
But
it's
there's
just
cheese still.
Yeah, there was still cheese on this one.
Yeah. But just like plain noodles and ketchup, I can't do it.
No.
And our last one we're gonna do, peanut butter and pickles. I feel like that's too salty.
Yeah.
I feel like it wouldn't be bad. I've never tried it. Maybe we'll do a segment, a YouTube segment or whatever, where we actually try all these foods.
I like pickles, but do you like to dip your Oreos in peanut butter?
I've never tried it.
It is so good. It is so good. One of my roommate's friends from Nova Scotia, she was like, you guys have to try this. And it was deadly. It was so good. You could just eat a whole pack of Oreos just like dipping it in your peanut butter.
And what is a food combination that might be considered weird but you absolutely adore?
I put mustard on everything.
This is true. Like literally, what's the weirdest thing you put mustard on?
Like eggs, grilled cheese.
Eggs?
I feel like I've definitely done that.
Eggs.
But I don't want to like lie, so I don't know. But definitely grilled cheese, people look at me weird. I would put it on like potatoes, french fries, burgers, hot dogs. Anything that you guys would eat ketchup with or like barbecue sauce, I would eat mustard with.
Interesting. Not a lot of it's bad, but eggs, I can't picture mustard eggs.
I feel like I'm
Mustard and egg salad.
I think I lied about that. But I also probably didn't.
I would say I think one of the weirder ones that I'm really into right now is pomegranate seeds on avocado toast. So if you try it, tell us if you can relate.
I have to try that.
Is it good?
And I'll tell you guys if I relate.
I love it. I like it better than an egg on avocado toast.
I can't do egg on avocado toast. It's like texture and it just tastes like straight up butter.
And that's the tea. Thanks for joining, guys.
Yes.
Be sure to like, follow, subscribe on all the socials. Do all the things.
Do all the things. Sometimes Ciabatta slaps on
That's us.
everything, pretty much.
I'm Mak Joy.
I'm Journey Geese Brecht. I'm maybe gonna double check that.
I think you are.
Maybe we'll change it to Jubes.
And we're professional.
Yeah.
TTFN.